gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Grown Folk Talk. As you can see, today we're talking about the sister that unfortunately had to learn the hard way and got locked up in Dubai for screaming in public. But before we get into that, I just need to do a little bit of housekeeping. You know, it was brought to my attention that some female viewers, and to my regulars, my followers, the people that rock with me, forgive me for a second, but I need to say a few things, okay? It was brought to my attention that a female feels like all I do is women bash. And I just want to say a few things before we get into the topic. One, I do not women bash. For two, any and everything that I have ever said on my channel, I backed it up with some receipts, usually video footage. So for you to say that I bash women and completely, y'all hypocritical, selective hearing, selective seeing people, I don't even want to isolate females, but you know, I don't just sit up and bash women. I show you videos that women usually upload themselves on the freaking internet, the World Wide Web, and then we break them down and dissect them. The thing is, I don't play favorites. I don't sit up here and act like a woman can do something and it's not a bad look. It's not bad in general. It doesn't show bad character. It doesn't show them trying to get over on somebody, mainly men. And then you want to sit up here and talk about me and my channel saying that I bash women? No. What it is, sis, a lot of y'all, now, to my people who rock with me, don't take offense to this, because we're grown folks over here, and as grown folks, we take accountability. We stand on our actions. But for the woman who made the comment, the issue is you have multiple children by multiple men and you feel a type of way about it. And again, that's not my problem. You mad because that's a conversation, that's a topic that's big in the earth. It's men talking about it. Y'all thought that conversation was going to die off when the late, great Kevin Samuels was taken from us prematurely. May he rest. And side note for the
raggedy bitch
who left a comment and said that she happy that KS died, and if she knew where his grave was, she'd dance on it. I ignored you on purpose, but that was some real ignorant ish that you said. So since I'm doing a little housekeeping, let me just take care of a few things, a few comments that have been left. Why on earth would you say some evil ish like that? You in the same boat as Vivica Fox. She left this comment under my Vivica Fox video, y'all. Not the initial one I did, but the second one, talking about Vivica, Corey, and Kevin. Who would even say something like that? That you wish you knew where his grave was so you could dance on his grave? But y'all the same chicks who try to say that, try to make it like y'all some queens or y'all of some substance. No classy woman or even an average woman with substance is gonna say she wish she knew where a deceased person's gravesite was so she could go dance on their grave. But y'all want to sit up here and make comments like this and then try to make it seem like I'm the bad guy, like I'm doing something wrong because this is the topic in which my channel centers around relationships. Well, if you 304s gave us some good content to talk about, that's what we could talk about. But y'all don't do nothing that's good and wholesome. Side note, men are tired and men are loving this. Men are loving seeing women take L's. And I think that's unfortunate. I don't like that, but I understand. And that's why more men rock with me, because I understand. I'm sympathetic to the plight of our men. Because for one, I came from a man. How could y'all sit up here and hate y'all men when y'all came from men? Stop it. I'll say it for you. I know it's men out here who don't like women either, who don't like our women. But I'm not talking about that right now. And furthermore, there's some deeper underlying issues that go along with that. They didn't just wake up hating black women. Could it be their mother? Could it be bad experiences? Yes, it could be. But at the end of the day, y'all want to sit up here and talk stuff about me saying that I bash women when y'all the one putting the content out there. Y'all the one recording yourselves on these dates, bringing y'all kids mad that the man won't pay. Y'all the one sitting up here having multiple kids by multiple men. And now that men have a tool, the internet, and we can all speak collectively, nationally, internationally about what we're seeing, the dynamic between men and women. A more a base or low level word for it would be exposure. People are being exposed. Let me tell you something. Men have never wanted to be with a woman or wife a woman who has multiple children by multiple men.
And you know this, man.
They have never wanted to do that. The thing is that they didn't have the internet back in the day. So our parents who grew up in the 70s, the 80s, and again, I'm not talking about my followers, because when it comes to my followers, people who rock with me, they understand something. They understand that they may have had children out of wedlock with multiple people, but they're adults. They didn't continue, repeating that cycle, and they own it. And that's the difference between grown folks and some of you grown children who come around my channel with y'all comments saying that I bash women. No, sis, you the one who had multiple kids by multiple men, as if you didn't know that that wasn't a good look. As if you didn't know that that decision that you made in your 20s to do that was going to haunt you now that you're in your 30s and 40s.
All right.
You knew it was. You knew it was. But see, now you're learning from those actions. Now you're suffering from, and you mad at people like me, like people who make this type of content, for exposing it and talking about it. But for one, y'all giving us the material. Ninja, you giving the ammo for it. Furthermore, those was your choices. And let me tell you something. If you had a kid by multiple men 10 plus years ago, 5 years ago, you need to have some type of self-esteem, stand on your actions, because kids a blessing, right? God gave you that child, right? So what you mad for? Why you mad at somebody talking about it? Stand on what you did as an adult. Don't repeat the mistake and keep it moving. What kind of adults sit up and be worried about what somebody else say, somebody else's opinion about them? You were supposed to have shook that and got over that when you was in your youth.
Yes, sir.
Don't tell me I got grown adults coming to the grown folk channel. We're grown folk over here, so we talk about any and everything that YouTube allows. You mean to tell me that you as a grown folk, you're going to come over here and watch my content and turn around and say I bash women? I'm bashing women. Then what are the women who giving me the ammo and the material, what are they doing? Because they're the ones committing the action, but you got something to say about me. And now let me say this. I don't think I'm better than nobody because I don't have a baby daddy. I was young once. I have a past. The difference is I got with a gentleman, my husband, who valued marriage and wanted to be married, and literally said to me, quote, "You gonna have a baby with me but don't want to marry me?" That speaks volumes. And that made me wake up and realize, okay, because at this point we had a child on the way and I needed to get my ish together and grow up. Because if you know, I got married just shy of 20. So I was 19 when I got married. So it's not like I had some perfect past. I don't think I'm better than anyone because all my children are with my husband and I was married before I brought a child into this world. I don't think I'm better than you. That's not what this is about. This is about men having a bigger voice and a bigger platform. They're speaking out to say what they like and don't like. And furthermore, this is supposed to be for the embetterment of our communities. Hello? Because what other community had the problems we have? What other community glorifies baby mama and baby daddy culture? I'll wait. Don't nobody else glorify that ish?
Do I smell a whore?
Then you get mad at people for talking about it. Men don't want to wife that. There's some that will, and I'm going to get on that. I'm going to put y'all up on some game since all I do is bash women. Let me start to give y'all a little bit more game. But it's not my fault that you made the decisions that you made. Stand on it. Can't nobody make you feel no type of way when you own your issue, you own your flaws, because now they ain't got nothing to hold over your head. But don't sit up and say that I bash women. Now, my last piece, I'm going to let this go so we can actually get into the story. But what y'all need to do is get off your high horse. For example, y'all still want Mr. Popular, the high school jock, if you will, for an example. What y'all need to do is get with these average men, because you an average woman. And according to men, not me, according to men, you're below average when you have multiple children by multiple people. So you need to get with these men who may not have the baddest bodies, who may be balding, who may be overweight, who may have children themselves, who may work at the plant, who willing to wife you and take on your children by somebody else. But nah, y'all want the Idris Albas, the whoever you want to call. Celebrity dude who's 6 foot with a 6-pack and 6 figures. And that's not reality. You're not living in reality. That's all men are saying. They're saying they don't want to take care of no one else's children. And I think you would know that. You're just mad at it because that's your situation. A hit dog gonna holler. Nobody wants a mirror in front of their face. Nobody wants to hear about their flaws and the mistakes that they made. But it's the internet. You can't silence people. No man can tame the tongue. So you need to stop trying to silence people because people say something that you don't like. Because it might be some gems up in there. It might be some little jewels up in there that can help you in your life, but y'all don't want to listen. Stop trying to go off looks. Stop trying to go off love. It's two basic things you looking for. If that man is treating you right and he's able to, and he's financially responsible, them the two biggest things. But y'all so vain and caught up in looks, his hairline, his body. He ain't making all that kind of money when most of us from impoverished neighborhoods and families to begin with. So what make you think you should get a millionaire man? I'm happy with my average man. I'm happy with my middle class man and lifestyle. I'll take a 40, 50K man any day, and half of you heifers know y'all will do it too. The only reason y'all sit up here and purpose say that you won't is because y'all ain't nothing but some followers. Y'all sit up and emulate and imitate what y'all see on TV and social media, love and hip hop and all that, when half them people on there ain't even got no money, because the real celebrities ain't on love and hip hop. The people who really got money don't need a love and hip hop check. But y'all, between that and the internet and the gram, y'all sit up and y'all just repeat the same stuff y'all heard them say. He got to be making 100K. He got to be making 6 figures. Please, you ain't no 6-figure woman. And it ain't nothing wrong with that. My man don't make 100K, and I'm completely content with that. I'm cool with being over here with my house, my cars, my minivans. I don't feel bad about driving no minivan. My man just bought me a nice new minivan, new used minivan, and I'm completely content, and can't nobody make me feel bad about driving a minivan, because I'm secure in the woman that I am. I know I'm comfortable in my 7-seater with the automatic doors. Okay, baby? Automatic starter, all of that. But that's me being secure in me and mine. But y'all want to say that I'm bashing women? No, I'm not bashing women. Y'all sitting up here making reckless decisions with y'all lives, and then we talking about it, and y'all mad at us for talking about it when you need to be more mad at yourself for allowing yourself to even be in that situation. And I know y'all gonna come with the nasty comments to me in this video, and I'm gonna address them as I feel the need to address them. But when I heard that I bash women, I go easy, I go light over here. It's some people in this space who make this kind of content, and they go real hard. Hello, you ever heard of Tommy Sotomayor? Don't sit up here. I don't bash women. I talk about the things that I see that come across my different pages and feeds, and we talk about them. Y'all ain't say I was bashing women when I made that video, that local story where that man here in Detroit killed that nurse, his baby mama. I had her back. I rolled for her 100% in that video, and I ain't even know that lady, and I sat up and shed tears for her because she's me. I'm her. I wasn't bashing women when I made that video. My other video, what I made with the lady who had 9 kids, as I was making that video, I started feeling bad and vocally said it like, dang, I'm feeling bad for this woman, even though she went against what her man said. So y'all so selective with the outrage. Y'all want to nitpick, come over here and nitpick about the different stuff that I make and say, well, she wrong on this, or you shouldn't say this, and you, everything black women do, y'all want to defend it. And I would love to defend everything my fellow sisters do, but if it ain't right, it ain't right. Now, last thing, I have a son, and a lot of y'all got sons too, and y'all so brainwashed and delusional, you don't even think about what's in the best interest for your son. All you think about is staying on code with women you don't even know. I can see you trying to have your girl back or your cousin back, but I don't know y'all. Y'all don't know me like that. So why would I sit up here and just go along and get along with something that a woman do just because she's a woman? Like this young lady here. Why would anybody go along with what she did? And also, I'm going to have to go get it because I think I forgot to bring it. Oh, no, I did. For everybody who want to sit up and talk that stuff, I brought my receipts. Yeah, your girl be international with it. I've left the country. I lived abroad for 1 year continuously, 12 months straight. So I know what it's like to live abroad. And let me tell you, you have to eat a slice of humble pie. Because all that American crap, yeah, you got some people who will cater to you and kiss your behind. Now, I ain't never been to the Middle East. Here go the stamps. Stamps in that passport. Okay? And I shouldn't even have to do that. But let me tell you something. When you go abroad, it's different. Like I said, you have some people who worship that almighty dollar. But when you go abroad, they don't cater to the cooch like they do over here in America. No, they do not, unless they want something from you. People see Americans as money signs. They ain't got no love for you. And whenever you travel abroad, women are not on the same. Even here in America, we're not on the same level as men. They trained y'all to be delusional to think that. But when you go abroad, when I lived abroad, I lived in Africa. I lived in Ghana for a year. Me and my whole family, we bust up because we got tired of stuff going on over here. So we left. No, I ain't got no family over there. No, I don't know nobody over there. We just went. I got humbled several times. My husband told me and his sister, because his sister and her children eventually came at some point too. My husband told us, y'all gonna have to learn how they do stuff in Ghana. This ain't America. Y'all not gonna be able to change them. And I had to change my mindset and mentality, or don't do business with a person that I feel like offend me. Because I know y'all coming, so shut up. I know y'all coming to say, oh, well, the man screamed at her first. So what? Men are going to scream. Men are going to yell. Men are going to talk to you greasy. Men are going to talk to you in a way you don't like. And you know what you do? You walk the hell away because you ain't got the muscles. You can't match no man. I know some of y'all think y'all been brainwashed to think you can really box with a man, but you can't.
Nope.
So I've lived it. And a lot of y'all chicks who talking stuff, y'all ain't never even went abroad to even really know what it's like when you leave America. These people don't care about you like that. They will talk to you in every kind of way. A lot of them because they jealous that you can freely travel. Because a lot of foreigners can't come to America. America ain't open like a lot of other countries are open, especially for men. But that's another story for another day. So I've done it. I've traveled abroad and I had to humble myself and be like, you know what? This is what it is. This is how they do stuff. If I want this product or I'm trying to do this business deal, I need to shut the hell up and get this business deal done or go somewhere else. Let's get into the video.
Recently becoming a vacation spot for a number of Houston women. One who's there right now, according to her social media page, is trying to get back to the Bayou City. But according to her mom, her passport has been confiscated because she was charged with screaming in public.
It also could result in prison time. So it's very scary.
The trip turned terrifying for Tiara Young Allen when her mom says she was a passenger in a friend's rental car and they got into an accident there in Dubai. Tina Baxter says when her daughter went to the company to retrieve her ID, credit card, and other items left in the rental, Baxter says it did not go well.
She found out that she could only receive those items if she paid an undisclosed amount of money. She dealt with a very aggressive individual, a young man there who was screaming at her.
Baxter says her 29-year-old daughter ultimately yelled back at the rental car agent, she says resulting in her being charged for screaming there in Dubai.
And so she is in jail for one reason and one reason alone. She raised her voice. In that country, a female is not even allowed to raise her voice. If she raises her voice, it's punishable by jail time.
It's been very emotional. There are some days I stay up all night crying.
They have a strict law system that is really based on theocracy.
This website warns, quote, laws and customs are very different, so be aware of your actions to ensure they don't offend while in United Arab Emirates. Now, after Baxter says her daughter was charged with screaming in Dubai, her passport has been taken, and the American social media influencer who works as a truck driver can't leave the UAE, according to her mom. And her mom says she's been placed under a travel ban pending the outcome.
Recently becoming a vacation spot for a number of Houston.
Okay, so you heard it. You heard what mom said. And like I said before, I've traveled abroad, so I already know what it is. They took your passport. It's a wrap at that point. But we have to learn something. Y'all forgot about double standard. Y'all forgot about men can do stuff that women can't do. And now let me talk about the extortion, because I know a lot of y'all gonna have something to say. He yelled at her and he tried to make her pay to get her stuff. You ain't know that? Again, lived abroad for a year. You ain't know that before you traveled abroad? It's called bribery. That's how a lot of these third world countries, and I know y'all gonna say Dubai ain't third world, but that's how a lot of these places get down. A lot of these people don't get a check every week, every 2 weeks. Like, y'all so Americanized, y'all don't realize that America is a small place on the map, on the, when it comes to the earth. A lot of countries deal with bribery, from police to everyday people. That's how they get theirs. That's how they get their extra. I know y'all don't get it. Y'all feel like that's not fair. I feel like it wasn't fair. But as someone who lived abroad from 2016 to 2017, I'm telling you, there were times where we got charged more because we were Black Americans. Yeah, it just is what it is in other countries. What she needed to do, of course, probably in hindsight, she's thinking that, paid the money and got on up out of Dodge. I know y'all don't want to hear that, But it is what it is. You can't take American rules and American mindsets to other countries. That's not how it goes over there. Again, speaking from experience. Okay? I wouldn't say I necessarily was bribed, because I had enough sense to know that I'm trying to take care of some business and I don't have nobody. I ain't got a cousin who a police officer. I don't know nobody in this country, in this town, in this village. So I need to pay and do what I need to do to get to where I want to be. That's what it is. Let me say this. I got one more video. It's 1 minute from Angry Man, and then I'm going to end my video here. But I want to say this. To all the people who happy about her being locked up abroad,
Nope.
no, I'm not happy about that. Was y'all happy about Brittany Griner? Like, yeah, she was on some big mouth ratchet stuff in them, taking American customs and ways to somewhere that's a male dominated. And I'm seeing she already been locked up for 2 months. And I don't even know, because I'm seeing conflicting stories, how long she gonna be locked up. But yeah, we're not rejoicing about that over here. So for all you women bashers, do y'all like this? And this is my natural feeling about this. I don't get excited or rejoice when people go to jail, even if they did something wrong. I get she was wrong. I get women need to be humble and realize that we need men. We're not on the level as men, and we can't boss up and talk to men in any old kind of way and expect them to just bow at our feet. But I still understand. I know what it's like to be in another country, not speak the language, let alone to be locked up. I was never locked up, but I can only imagine, because I've been in some places where I'm like, damn, I barely even know where I'm at. The people didn't speak next to no English. They had to take a stick and write in the sand to tell me where I was. Because I'm not happy that she went to jail, and I don't think y'all should be either. And that's to the people who feel like they happy, they hope she do a lot of time, because you have a lot of men who are who have issues with women, who are angry at us for rejection, for looking down on them. And I get that, and I do empathize with men for that. But I don't enjoy seeing people locked up over what do they call it? She ain't killed nobody. So I'm not enjoying this. But I do think this is a lesson for this young lady, and this is a lesson for all of us. Y'all want to travel, y'all want to follow people on social media. Oh, I'm catching a flight. It's cool to catch a flight. Y'all don't even know where y'all going. Before I went abroad, me and my husband is the one who said we could go to Ghana. We did extensive research. When I was on the plane, I was talking to people. I stayed talking to people because I wanted to know as much information as I could before I went over there. So again, yeah, she probably shouldn't have been wilding out. I've heard stories. This ain't her first time. I know. Don't worry, y'all. I know that she was in other places turning up, throwing drinks on people, that she ghetto and ratchet. And, this is her time to reap. But we don't rejoice in that. We don't rejoice in the suffering of our own people. There's plenty of other people who want to do that. So we don't need to do that. Let's check out this last clip from Angry Man, and then we're going to go on and get up out of here.
Y'all remember the lady that got hemmed up in Dubai, right? The one that got arrested for screaming in public. Guess what? A chick that knows her sent me a video showing her character. Check it out.
Don't think you're gonna talk shit
I'm gonna act like that.
and run off.
I'm gonna act like that.
Cause you're a bitch.
Yeah, she just threw soda on him and called him a bitch. That's the sound of her destroying the property in the Airbnb that they're in. They also said she was waving around a knife, and ultimately they had to call the police and kick her out of the Airbnb. Yeah, but don't worry, I'll be doing a whole show about this later on today.
Okay, so y'all seen it. Like I was saying before, it's coming out that this chick been on one. So I know it's a lot of people who don't feel sorry for her, because look at how she act and how she conduct herself. And I do believe in you, whatever you put out, you're going to get that back. But like I said, I stand on that. I don't rejoice on seeing my people locked up, men, women, none of that. But this is the type of behavior people are talking about. This is the type of stuff that men have been talking about. And I don't get it. I don't know when y'all are going to understand. We need men. We need our men. We need their leadership. And we do not need to be out here in green wigs, wilding out, acting a damn fool just because something didn't go our way. Now look at it. Now, is America going to go out their way to try to get her back like they did Brittany Griner? Ladies, you need to stop trying to blame other people. Stop trying to come over here and blame me, talking about I'm bashing women. How could I bash a woman? You seen for yourself the lady like conduct of this sister right here. But in this and on the bigger scheme, this is the type of stuff that the world sees and the world judge us off of and look down on us for stuff like this. But again, y'all don't care.
Nope.
Because she can't do no wrong. Sisterhood, right? So the same ones who feel like she can't do no wrong, I hope y'all trying to get some money together and some legal people to get her up out of there. Or is y'all just over here in my comments running y'all mouth talking about I'm bashing women? No, I'm not bashing women. I'm trying to speak out, stand up for my people, because at the end of the day, we need to do better. And my son gonna need a wife. And from what y'all raising and the way y'all daughters conducting themselves, them heifers don't qualify, not for my son, because I'm raising a real black man over here. Yeah, I'm not a dusty. But I'm going to end my video right here. I could go on a little longer, but I'm going to stop it right here. Let me know. Leave a comment. But don't miss me with the I'm bashing. I ain't bashing nobody. Y'all giving the ammo. Peace out.